Hey everybody, Dom here. So I saw the Expendables 2 last night, and it was pretty good. It's a non-spoiler review, so I'm not going to give away that much. Nothing that's not in the commercials anyway. Let's see. The action scenes were good. It was your basic action movie, basic 90s, 80s action movie type deal. It was simple story, a lot of action. There was a nice balance between the action, the comedy, and the drama scenes. This one, as far as story goes, they got more in depth with some of the other characters, unlike in the first one. Because the first one, the only characters you really got to know was Stallone, Stamos, and Mickey Rourke, who's not in this one. So you got to get a little bit more about some of the other characters, which was really good because they didn't go in too much of it, but they went in just enough for you to, actually get involved in these characters. You actually cared about their stories and their background, and you got to know their personalities, and it was enjoyable. What else? Having Simon West directed instead of Sylvester Stallone was a great improvement because I could actually see what was going on this time. There wasn't as much shake. I mean, the camera was shaky a little at certain points, but I could still see the action. So I know who was doing what was happening, what was exploding, who was in what car. Unlike in the first one where it was so bad, I couldn't tell who the hell was hitting who. The special effects were better, not great. The blood didn't look as cartoony as in the first movie. There were certain special effects that looked a little fake, like the helicopter scene, which you've seen in the commercial, the one with the motorcycle. You can tell, if you really, really paid attention, you can tell it was animated, but it wasn't that bad where it was like an eyesore. It was just like, oh, that's animated, but it's alright type of deal. What else? Jet Li fans are going to be disappointed. He leaves the movie pretty early. Not going to say why or how, but he's there in the beginning, but he kind of just pulls a barricade and just disappears for no reason. What else? There was some other stuff that was there were some fast forward action sequences, which I guess especially with Jet Li, and I guess I understand because of insurance reasons. Because Jet Li, he's really fast, and I guess they didn't want him to make mistakes, people getting hurt. So yeah, there were certain scenes where you could tell it was fast forward, but then there was really, really good action scenes where it wasn't fast forward. So it was fine. I mean, most people didn't tell. I could tell it was fast forward because I'm used to seeing Jet Li fight, but it wasn't that bad. And Schwarzenegger had a pretty good role in this one. He had actually pretty decent amount of size as far as his role. His role was a decent size this time, unlike the last one was like 5 seconds and he was gone. Same with Bruce Willis, decent role. Chuck Norris is in there. He had a decent size role, so they did a pretty good job with this one. The humor was good. They even made fun of the fact that these guys are old and really shouldn't be doing this stuff anyway. So they threw that in there. They even did some Chuck Norris jokes. It was a decent film. I recommend it. I would go see it. Would I go see it again? I'd wait for video to see it again, but to see it the first time in the theaters, it's worth the $10. I know it's kind of late. I also saw Total Recall like last week or something like that. I just didn't get around to doing it. That movie wasn't good. The first one, I don't know how closely this one follows the book because I didn't read the book, but yeah, this one, the story, the action scenes were amped up and really good. The action scenes were really good. However, the story was really not really bad, but not that good either. I mean, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, story was much better. Even if I heard they changed a lot, but you know what? Those changes were good if this was closer to the book because a lot of stuff made no sense. Like the scene with the girl with 3 titties. There's no mutants in this movie, so I don't even know why she was there. She just showed up to say, "Hi, I have 3 titties. Bye." I was like, And then you find out there's no mutants, and I was like, okay, why does she have 3 titties? Never answered. They made Jeremy Irons' character was merged with his wife's character, and her only real motivation was she was jealous because he was the #1 agent, which I get, but the extreme, she was disobeying her boss's orders and going to these extremes to kill him, and I don't think that didn't work for me. That's not a strong enough motivation to want this guy dead. I mean, in the original, yeah, dude was fucking his wife for like 6 months. I don't want to kill him too. It made sense. This one, it was just like, what? You gonna disobey your boss because you're jealous? I was like, no, that's didn't work for me at all. And then they took him off of Mars and put them on Earth. And that was another thing. It was just like, what? I don't understand why they took them. I like the fact that they were on Mars. Much, much better. And then there's a lot of plot holes in this movie. Then there's the fact that everywhere in this world is destroyed except for 2 places. So they go to the one place where they have the rebels, and you can go to the nuclear fallout area. There's no barricades blocking off the area. No, they're not living in a dome or anything. It's open air. So there's no explanation for why this part is okay and this part isn't. It's like you can just you can just walk over the barrier and you're in the infected area. You're in the radiation area, and it's like, wait, what? Shouldn't, wind be moving some of that radiation that away? I don't get it. But I guess it kind of makes sense considering Chernobyl doesn't have an area burying off. It's just I don't know. It was just weird the way they did it, and it wasn't believable. I guess that part is believable considering Chernobyl, but it just raised a lot of questions. It really did. Then the end of the movie, after Cregan is killed, the chick is still trying to kill Quaid, and it's just like, why? Your boss is dead. What is the point? Just move on and get a new career and a new life. But you have to have her at the end try for no reason whatsoever. She just has to try and kill him. So it wasn't good. That one, yeah, you can skip that one. So yeah, Expendables 2, go see. Definitely worth the $8. Total Recall, save your money. Watch the original, whatever. Just don't go see it. That's about it. I don't even know what comes out next week. Guess I'll find out what does come out next week. I guess I can talk about some trailers. I'll save that for next week. Yeah, I can't even remember what comes out next week.